Evening, everyone. I just finished coming over from the live stream of the launch of Subnautica, which, despite the technical difficulties, was still a great experience to go ahead and be a part of and watch. I did try and host it on my channel. I don't think that it actually did what I wanted it to do that. I am still new to Twitch. I'll use that as my excuse. I'll have to look into the hosting part a bit more for any future releases that are being done for games that I'm playing in early access. I'm going to start my start back into my Subnautica game here. This will not encompass the new ending, which has been implemented, or the actual ending, which has been implemented into the game. I'm not that far into it. Now, since my last stream, I have been playing some offline hours. I normally don't try to do this, but I wanted to work on a fairly extensive base, which was going to require a lot of resource gathering, and to be fair, resource gathering is kind of boring to watch when you're gathering 30, 40 nodes of titanium and quartz. I didn't do any additional exploration while I was gone, offline here. I kept all of that so that I could share those experiences with you. I kept to the areas that we've already looked at on the stream. I have worked on building the base, though. I would like to take you around. It looks like I left off in one of the...
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Apparently I need to get something to drink. There's some coffee over there, but I think I'll go grab water shortly. So this is kind of like a research office that I've made here. I'm planning on doing some pictures on that, which apparently I can do by taking F11, according to it. I'll have to play with that. I haven't tried that out. So this is an office. There are plans to put another office down here and a third one out here as well. And the fourth one would be up here. There's a lot of room stacked. It's a little complicated to go through the what I'm referring to as the R&D section of the base that I'm building, which, to be honest, there's really no such thing as R&D. But I just thought it'd be cool to build an actual base, like there was going to be more than one person here, or I'd be here permanently, maybe expecting some other people. This is one of the few aquariums that will have live specimens put in it, and by aquariums, this is actually an alien containment unit. There are several of them in here. And actually, to transition down to here, I think right now the only way to transition down, and I'm planning on something different, is to actually use one of the alien containment units and go through it. But let's just take a look here. There's another alien containment unit here. Oh, maybe I have something here. This is the top. You can climb up the ladder here. Oh, I did implement something, I believe, to allow for that. Wait. Yeah, I did. This is a hatch. This is not going to be here normally. This was here for access to continue my build. And we can get up here and get to the top. So there's another way, and it's a little bit better. You'll probably notice there are bulkheads everywhere here. This base is 900 plus meters below the surface. It's down in the Lost River area, actually at the giant, lovely tree that houses the Ghost Reaper Leviathan eggs that I'm assuming don't hatch. If they hatch, I'm probably in some deep trouble. I got my some grow beds down there for a couple of the practical things, and then some ghost weed. And then I actually have a bunch of different plant species. I'm working on bringing everything down here, so like it's a garden and research area. This route, I jumped from taking damage to that. Let's get the fluid, and then we'll continue on with the tour. There we go. Okay, so I still have a bunch of stuff in my inventory I'll need to get rid of. I was hoping to have a bit more done before the stream, um, but that just things didn't work out that way. So I plan on using this as like a charging room for energy and batteries. So there'll be a bunch of battery chargers, and this is where people would go to swap out their power replacements. Um, this is currently where there are edible plants. I don't think there's anything edible from these 3 plants, but they're indoor plants. Same with the voxel shop. That's not edible. Water filtration system. I do plan to actually put, I believe, another section up top here for edible plants. I'm debating whether or not I want like a couple garden rooms that just have a bunch of plants in them or not. That's up in the air. This is crafting. It's very basic right now. It's got a fabricator, got a modification station. Down here, I plan to put storage, but that hasn't happened yet. I do plan to put lovely signs that sort of tell you where to go and where things are at. So going this way will lead me to my main storage, which doesn't say main storage, I know. It'll take the Seamoth base and R&D, research and development. The Seamoth docking bay, right up here, as we all know. There's now 2 of them. Actually, I don't know if I had one up when I finished my stream last. So there's 2 of them. They have some pretty. They're up a lot higher because the Seamoth can't go below 900 meters or it starts getting crushed. I just made the tubes so that they connected all nice. There's a second bay here. There's plans to put a 3rd bay. I kind of have forgotten about that. It's not a huge priority. I think I have some glass, so I can do 50% of that, but I can't do the rest. There's plans to put a 3rd docking bay there. All right, let's jump out and take a look at it from the outside. There's one other section to show you guys. So as you can see, there's some pretty long tubes up there. Right, we skipped the entire storage section, so we'll swim down here. Again, I don't think this hatch is going to remain here. It's more of a convenience for building and stuff. So this is, there isn't anything over there anymore. This is just like a dump of lockers. Going down to this section, we start getting into the organized section. Titanium, ingots, quartz, glass, copper, probably copper again. Undetermined, silver, gold, undetermined, lead, lithium, probably more lithium, magnetite, nickel, kyanite. I'll need one for rubies. I'll need one for diamonds. Going down another level, I plan to have more materials here to be stored so that they all kind of have their own separate containers. So maybe it'll be like some of the more organic things and like CPU chips and stuff that's already been partially processed into other materials that are needed for crafting. Then we got a lovely sign that leads to the last. It's the bioreactor. The bioreactor is like an emergency power source. It has no power right now. I have not powered the bioreactor. There's 2 of them currently in here. I'm planning on putting in probably 2 more. The idea is with all the bulkheads and stuff, you know, lore story-wise, if there were to be like flooding or something, you know, people here, which just means me, I know, would be able to seal off the section, but they wouldn't, and it could be abandoned, but they wouldn't have to necessarily worry about losing power. There'd be an alternate power supply. There are aquariums here. I have some of them populated. The smaller fish I plan on putting in these aquariums. I'm populating per species. Again, this one has 2 species in it, I know. That'll probably get split up later. And those are going at the top of each of these. So I haven't populated anything in here. Those ones just got built before the end, before the Subnautica launch live stream happened. And then this is the other section, the living quarters section. So you've got your main area, coffee, trash. Hey, there's a baseball cap. You know, some posters, tables, some windows, medical, vending machine, all that fun stuff. You go up 1 level to get to you know, some living space here, some lockers, desk, cabinet. There's plans to put some plants. Haven't gotten to that again. Go down one to find another set of living quarters. It's only like 4 beds. I thought about more. I might make a second living quarters. Not sure yet. Again, up for expansion. And then below for the living quarters, there's a bioreactor as well. So that if it got sealed off on its own, there'd be some sort of way to power it. All the current active power, the 1,000 out of 2,000, because each bioreactor counts for 500, and since they haven't been powered, the max power I'll reach is 1,000. That's all done via thermal. It helps if I don't get turned. Oh, I went up too many levels. Ha! Focusing more on explaining things to you guys than where I'm going here and what my thought processes were. So we'll head back out here, take a quick look. There's still some more, like, reinforcement is very important. I think my hull integrity is something like 120 right now. I'm trying to keep it above 100. Not that that's necessary. From what I understand of the game, I could, as long as I keep it at 1, would be fine. Seems a bit risky though. The bulkheads also help with that integrity. One of the reasons why they've been implemented as well to add to that structural integrity, so that because I only want to use so many reinforcement panels. I don't want to reinforce panel everything. I want to be able to have those planter walls. I want to be able to have those glass lookouts and stuff. So got to make some compromises there. So I put in the bulkhead doors, even though I don't necessarily like that they stick out into like the glass corridors a bit. The other thing I couldn't get is I can't get these ladders to rotate. The ones that are going up the tube here, I can't get that to rotate for the life of me. I've tried. It will always go up this way, and that kind of annoys me. I didn't try with this one. I feel that maybe I could have rotated the air tube so the windows were on a different side, but I also feel like the air tube here the windows don't populate until you put a ladder in. I'm just mean a vertical connecting tube. Yes, air. Well, it transfers air. Close enough. So we'll plant that back.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So when I was doing my resource collection, I did find that we missed something. Again, didn't check it out. Wanted to save everything for the actual stream. Let me double check the prawn. We still have more titanium, which is good because I burned through a lot of this stuff. For those of you familiar with the game, you probably are just like, man, that's a lot of resources that he's used. And it's the wrong way to go with that. Deposit. And I want to deposit this because that has no functional use. So I don't want to be bringing it with me. What I am going to do actually is I'm going to grab some more food and just fill up entirely here. We're going to fill up entirely. We're full on water. Water is what I seemingly need the most, but I just drank all of it, so I guess I can't bring one with me. That should be okay. I want to go poke about some new stuff here that we haven't been to. Also, there were, for those of you that have been watching the video captures of this or have been following my actual stream, you will find that some of the stuff that I had up in my Shallows base is now down below. I did make several trips up there with the sea moth, following the exact same path. One interesting thing that did happen is I did on a few occasions aggro the ghost Reaper Leviathan, and on one of those occasions, he has gotten himself. Normally, he would be around the skull in the middle, and you kind of had to be wary. He's now off and patrolling a side. It's a bit weird, but it's super convenient for just using the other side and not having to worry, quite literally, not having to worry about him. It feels a bit cheesy that way. It did allow me to scan the big skull. If I go close enough to the skull, he will fly back over. He does not like you exploring that. Kind of think that maybe it's his home and he's just like, hey man, that's my house, piss off. But you know. So, I found this last stream I did on my 13-hour stream. I found this alien rack. And I explored and poked about the bottom. Okay. Knew they were gonna do that. I hate those teleporters. I found it, and I poked about the bottom, and I kept trying to find an entrance. I didn't find an entrance. I assumed it was just a giant block. It's not. We can go in it, and we're gonna go in it right now. We're gonna go check this out. Look at this. Stay away from me. I'll grab that ion cube. I have a prawn suit. I feel a lot more brave when I'm in the prawn suit.
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed.
Alright. What do we need here? I need a purple tablet. I'm pretty sure I have a purple tablet. I don't think I brought it down though, so we might have to go back to the shallow space for that. We'll grab another ion cube though. Maybe I can craft one. I'm not sure what it requires. I know it requires these ion cubes, which is why I comment that maybe I can make one. Looks like I'm gonna have to abandon the prawn suit. Let's pull out the scanner. Oh boy. What we got here? Ray specimens. I haven't seen that one. I don't think. Recognize this, recognize this. Is this maybe from... This looks like it might be from down below. Maybe in the lava fire biome that we found. I don't recognize this either. An egg. Can I hatch it? Something tells me I won't be able to. Advanced theories. Sea dragon egg. Large egg is held in a hermetical sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Oh. Without the means at the facility to house a fully grown sea dragon specimen, it is possible aliens have to study instead the egg laying and incubation process. To what end is unclear. Okay. Not necessarily my favorite thing to find there, but hey. Ribcage. Ribcage samples. A display containing an array of rib cages harvested from the indigenous life forms. There's a particular focus on in this instance, on the vertebrate skeletal structures. While some of these skeletons match organisms encountered on the planet so far, most cannot be matched with confidence, suggesting either that there are other species out there not accounted for, or that they may have become extinct since these samples were collected. We'll read this. This is a bit longer to read, but we'll read it. Got 102. Different species of rays indigenous to 4546b. each adapted to different systems, the specimen, different environments. I read systems there. Okay. The species specimens are 99.99% genetically identical to those encountered on the planet today, suggesting that rays in particular have undergone little evolutionary mutation in the past millennium. Ghost rays, jelly rays, crimson rays, and rabbit rays likely all share a common evolutionary ancestor. The alpha ray would have evolved deep in the ocean trenches, quickly growing in line with available food supplies. It would have most resembled the ghost ray in size and appearance, with translucent skin for camouflage and forward-mounted eyes for hunting. A fast, fearsome stalker of small creatures in the dark. That music was creepy and cut off. I don't like it. Well, some rays have strayed. Alright, running out of oxygen. I really
30
didn't
seconds.
like the music change there. That was kind of creepy. Oh no, hey, Incontrixie, that's not a problem. I know everybody wanted to check out the live stream. I actually only started streaming like 20 minutes ago. You probably got the notification. It's all good. I understand the work piece. Everybody wanted to check out the launch of Subnautica. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Um, I found that you could go in this ruin that I found the other day that I didn't find the entrance for, and just exploring. Feel free to watch the VOD later on if you want to check it out.
Integrating new PDA data.
Leviathan detected at facility perimeter, closing at high speed. Exterior anchor cable impacted with massive force. Oh, the Leviathan looks like a Leviathan attacked here. The launch had some technical difficulties, which were unfortunate. I'll agree with that. But yeah, it was what it was. All right, enjoy the homework as best you can,
Residual biological evidence suggests
and we'll
indigenous
talk to you another
life
night.
forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
Warper parts. Okay, hang on. Oxygen is going to be super key here, so I want to read what that says about the warper parts, because those guys are annoying. Have a good night. Alright, warper parts. The organic parts on display contain DNA from dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. This production line suggests these self-warping constructs were built, maintained, and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. Huh. I can't get this through here, can I? No. I tried. What else can I scan here? A warper. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. Life form shows signs of heavily genetic modification and extensive mechanical grafting. Its digestive and pulmonary systems have been replaced by an onboard battery, receiving energy directly from the main grid and distributing it around the body. Miniaturized phase technology has been implanted beneath the skin and is triggered by a central nervous system, allowing the construct to teleport at will. The brain and central nervous system have been digitally augmented with the advanced processing power and remote communications. Assessment: programmable hunter-killer. Avoid. I love avoiding them because I find them more annoying than anything. Got some more data here.
Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Oh joy. I am infected. That's not good. Skeletal remains. So we'll check out these data entries when we get back to the prawn where we're going to have some air. I'm just poking about to see if I need to come back in here and explore anything. It doesn't look like I'll miss anything here. I just want to make sure though, because you know, I have before. I missed the whole thing last time. Doesn't look like it. I think we're good there. That's really creepy music that starts and then cuts off. It's weird. So there's a force field protected by a purple tablet. Let's go see if we can craft one, or if we've got to if we can craft one, or if we gotta go get it from our shallow space. Those are the words I was looking for. So now I'm 100% infected. I thought I had an infection before. Oh, I could have sworn I had something before. She mentioned a bacterial thing before, and I thought we were, but that definitely confirmed we have an infection. I believe I was advised by chat previously that the warpers are targeting me because I'm infected. Oh, there we go. I don't want to get stuck. That wouldn't be too much fun. I mean, I guess I could always just go back to the surface in the sea moth and build another prawn if this one got stuck. Always a doable thing. Take a lot of time though to take the sea moth up and then to bring the sea moth and the prawn back down. At least a lot more time than I would want to spend on that. So for those that didn't realize, I had been down here before to this area, so I knew where that section went. So I'm not going to be exploring up that way. I know there's another Ghost Reaper Leviathan up that way as well. Maybe two. It does lead out to another section of the world. But I'm not super curious in terms of exploring that particular piece at the moment. Let's check out the purple tablet thing though. Advanced materials, deployables, tools, equipment. To do a purple tablet, I need 2 diamond and an ion cube. I don't know if I have diamonds down here either. Oh no. That says nickel because there used to be nickel in there. There isn't now. It all got moved. Boom, 2 diamonds. We're in luck. Let's craft it. Let's head back over. Oh, we have those database entries to check out. We should definitely check those out. see them here. Kara contagion profile. This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial contagion identified as Kara. I may be pronouncing this completely wrong. I apologize if I am. Discovery first encountered during routine network expansion on Outer Worlds. Pandemic development. Network error resulted in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly through the core worlds. Confirmed deaths 143 billion individuals. Oof. Well, I can see why they didn't want it to leave this planet. That's a lot of dead people. Or dead aliens in this case, I think. Bacterial mechanisms. Attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. Symptoms. Stage 1, gradual immune system failure. That's not good. Stage 2, green skin lesions and flu-like symptoms. Well, we're at stage 2 according to this. Stage 3, unpredictable alterations to biological structure. Can I have wings? Well, that would not be very good here. If I'm stuck here, gills would probably be really good. Stage 4, complete shutdown of executive function. Well, that sounds like death. That's not a good one to hit. Maybe we don't want to hit stage 3. Emergency steps taken. Core world quarantine. Bacterial samples distributed to isolated disease research facilities for vaccination development. Treatment procedure unknown. Alright. Our bacterial infection report. You've been infected with a previously unknown waterborne bacterium. It is currently multiplying in your bloodstream. Estimated incubation time 2 weeks. Your immune system is currently combating the infection at low efficacy? I think that's supposed to say efficiency, but that is not how you spell efficiency. I could be wrong. I may need to Google that word later. You may have already been experiencing flu-like symptoms and skin irritation. These will likely be exacerbated as the bacterium takes hold. You should prioritize. Your immediate priority. Oh my goodness, should be abatement and eradication of the infections. Recommended steps: salvage further alien research data on possible vaccine. Investigate mechanisms which have enabled the indigenous ecosystem to inhabit the symptoms of the infection. Remains of research specimen. The skeletal remains of a vast predator housed within an artificial habitat. The environment constructed to house a specimen suggests it was kept alive in containment for research purposes for months or even years. Organic matter indicates the habitat once supported extensive plant life, though it has since decayed. When the facility collapsed, this specimen was either left to die or killed on the spot. Evolution. While it shares some skeletal traits with the biter and sand shark, including the distinctive double eye sockets, this fossilized specimen is significantly larger. You don't say. And the features unusual forearms is rarely seen in an aquatic species. I didn't even notice that. That is kind of creepy. The species has likely gone extinct in the past 1,000 years, and its evolutionary relatives have evolved almost beyond recognition. Is there... Not really. Okay. Nothing else related to that, what we were just doing. I have 2 weeks. Does that mean I actually have 2 weeks? Because I tend to be really slow. Maybe I should be prioritizing trying to get cured here. That means poking about stuff. I want to go up. And then I want to go check out that locked alien data with the purple tablet. It'll be faster to take the Seamoth actually, guys. Prawn's a bit safer. Seamoth is quicker. and I'm relatively comfortable over in that section unless something has now drastically changed since I left. Repair 205.
All systems online.
Well, in my experience, as much as I'd like to, I still don't think I can kill those warpers. I think they just get away every time. I'd like to be able to, you know, exterminate them, as they are trying to do to me.
Integrating new PDA data.
Alright. We head back to the base. And then I feel like I need to go deeper. Like I'm at 900 with the base here. But the fact that I can upgrade the prawn and the cyclops to go deeper suggests not just for kyanite, but that I need to be going down deeper. I think though I will make a grapple arm for the prawn before we go. I feel like that might be a prudent option. It's got the upgrade for heat charging, so we shouldn't, when we're down, because we're going to be going down through the heat biome, the lava biome. So that should keep us like fully charged, and we should be able to explore. We're going to take water and food though, I think. We'll do an exploratory endeavor here. Less focused on resource collection. I can do resource collection anytime. I think it'll be a bit more fun to do the exploration with you guys on stream. And video. Can't forget that some of you will be, or at least I'm hoping some people will be watching this later in the future on video. I think I need to... I don't have a vehicle upgrade station. Okay, we got...
Seek fluid intake.
some things I gotta do. Copper wire, computer chip, titanium. I need table coral for the computer chip. I think there's some up here. That's right, that's right. I am going without the prawn. I'm going without the sea moth. There is. Might as well collect a bit while I'm here. Alright. Gotten a bit braver down here, especially in this area that I've been down in. I've familiarized myself pretty good. So definitely putting on a bit of a braver face than I normally do in the unknown sections. The prawn, when I'm out with it, I feel a bit better about it. I've had some, as I mentioned, some run-ins with the Ghost Reaper Leviathan, where we've kind of gotten in some somewhat punching matches. So
Vital signs stabilizing.
he didn't like. My concern was always that I would, be immediately like dead type thing, or like not be like I'd run into like a very horrible situation, um, and be super bad off. That's not so. The fact that I could, comfortably get away after engaging, get him to disengage, it's inspired a bit more confidence. We want that. I'm going to take 2 bottles of water. I'm definitely taking at least a single first aid kit. Again, guys, this is going to be an exploratory run, which means we're going to want all the exploratory gear we can bolster here. We are going to 96. I'm not going to get 93. I don't need the habitat builder. Laser cutter has no battery. I'm going to be honest. That's kind of important. Let's toss that on number 1. But to be honest, I want the scanner on number 1. I'm far more likely to use the scanner than the laser cutter, but I want to take the laser cutter in the event we find something down there that we need to laser cut through. For me, that seems a tad unlikely. Still possible. I am walking. I'm just trying to conserve some of that energy. Oh, we did have table coral, just in the last. Oh, 2 empty batteries. We'll need to charge those at some point. The other really cool thing is there's heat vents here, like where I have my thermal generators, and I can just take the prawn over there with its upgrade and just recharge its battery. I can probably park the Cyclops over top if I put that upgraded. Get its batteries all charged back up. Ooh. Sorry about that. Nope, want that. I need 2 of those though. So I have some copper wire already made. I'm going to need 1 for the CPU, 1 there, and I'm going to need a gold for the CPU as well. What else? Put this way too early. What else did we need to make that? 3 titanium. No problem. We're going to grab an extra battery that we have here. We're going to take it with us. 1 nickel. Another first aid kit. We'll take the flashlight so that we're safe on that. We're going to feel like so dumb if we find like a ton of loot that we need to bring back. But again, this is more the exploratory aspect of it. Is there another nickel up here? Do I gotta go back down? There's another nickel. Oh, but I don't have more diamonds. So in the event we find more alien research facilities, I want to have tablets made, and I want to bring them with me, so that I don't have to worry about having to come back. I can just unlock and get whatever I need. I mean, maybe they'll have tablets by them, which would be cool. But I don't want to. I don't want to try and rely on that if I do find them. And the vehicle upgrade station. So we wanted to do a grapple arm for the prawn. I need diamond for that too. Lithium and titanium. Wow. We go get diamond. Or we know we have diamond. I don't even know how much diamond I have. This is annoying. I can go get a purple tablet though and save that. We're just gonna go back to the shallows base real quick. And we're gonna go get what we need.
All systems online.
Made up my mind. That's what we're gonna do. I can kind of probably show you where I got that Ghost Reaper Leviathan stack. I made this trip in the Sea Moth 4 or 5 times now, offline. I've never... The only problem I have had is I had an incident where I was just I was trying to keep an eye out for the Ghost Reaper Leviathan. This was early on before I realized that he was kind of stuck where he was. And I was driving the Sea Moth back down, and I was on that edge, that wary edge, and I wasn't watching where I was going, and thump, I hit a fish. And I was like, oh man! And I was like, it was a fish. We're good. We're good. I was kind of seeing if the diamonds are down here. Found the one. Yeah, it was like that. Quite literally. Although I was expecting to run into those guys. So, no jumps. Definitely got to get a web cam set up so you guys can see when this happens, because I'm sure it looks pretty funny when it does. I know that if I was watching, I'd want to see that part of it. So he's up there. Like, I used to take this side, but I don't take this side anymore because he's up there. I don't see him. I don't want to tempt fate though. I'm in the Sea Moth, not the prawn. If I was in the prawn, I'd be like, whatever. I can punch that dude, shove my drill into him. He'll eventually back off. I'll get away. It'll be all good. But not with the Sea Moth. I don't think the electrical field will do much to him. I guess it's something we could try on the one out by the Reaper Leviathan out by the Aurora. It's not something I relish trying, but we could experiment that way. We're not going to do that right now, though. What about these Kraken? Well, honestly, like, after reading their bio, they just don't like the lights. And honestly, if you just drive past them like this, they don't care. And they're crab squids. I know. Yeah, they honestly, they have not bothered me if I don't have my lights on, to be honest. Not even once. So, that's made that much easier. So thanks, chat, for letting me know that I should read the bio to understand them. That was done on a previous one. I'm pretty sure it was chat that told me that. I'm giving chat credit. That is a plant specimen that I just drove over that I keep telling myself to grab a sample and take down. Maybe on our way back we'll grab the sample to take down and plant. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while since I've been up here. When I was doing some offline, I have 2 daughters, and my youngest is turning 6 in 6 days, and she wanted to see what I was up to, and so I showed her some stuff, and I took her out by the Reaper Leviathan to get her a glimpse of the scary stuff. She hid behind the chair, and then she nearly cried every time I got out of the submersible. She didn't want me to get eaten. And I kept having to reassure her that he couldn't see me where I was, and that wouldn't be a problem. Nope. That's one thing about stacking these ladders I don't like, is it's very easy to accidentally go back up. We'll just take all of them. Maybe not all of them. We'll leave 2 here. Is there any titanium? That's nickel. That ain't gonna help me. Orange purple tablets. Titanium! I got no titanium up here, guys. Those guys. There's 2 there. Perfect. That's all the titanium I'm gonna need for this endeavor. That Sawtooth was not happy I took his metal scrap. As long as he doesn't follow me back to Jace and steal my cameras. That's the other thing I haven't built down there that I keep telling myself I gotta build down at the new base, is I have not built a scanner room. There's no messages. No messages for me. They're basically like, build yourself a fucking rock and get out of there, man. Confused in this base. I haven't been here in a while. I went to the fabricator to make the titanium I need out of the metal scrap. There was a reason. I am a derp. Of course I am. I'm Mr. Senior Derp. However, that was slightly embarrassing. That's not what I wanted to make. That's not what I wanted to make. Oh, the face palms here, chat. The face palms. Wow. Just I didn't need that. Now I need to go get more titanium. I didn't need to waste that diamond. I need benzene. Voila. That's already done. Oh my god. I derped that hard. I need a lithium. I need an advanced wiring kit. I'm not hopeful on the advanced wiring kit here. I'm pretty sure I took those. I took all the silver. Didn't take the lithium. Okay, we could have made this. We're gonna head back to the other base. We're gonna go make that arm. My face right now. Oh man. The disappointment I must be showing myself. Tell ya, I'm not happy with me. Oh, mistakes are made. Mistakes are made. Like, I don't like, even like here, I don't like being out in the big open water. I feel like very vulnerable when I go out there. And it's fairly terrifying. Like, I know it's below. What's up? Like, what could be lurking? And yeah. I normally hug a little bit further. I'm trying to brave it out. Oh, okay. I can't do. Can't do that anymore. Nope. It's not braving it out for me. So we got those samples. We have to plant them. I don't have an open bed for them. I just got the titanium to make that though. I'm just partially waiting while they're making noises there, where I'm like, they don't bother me if I don't have my lights on, for them to just suddenly, while I'm streaming, just be like, oh, you don't think, oh! You will pay. I do not take kindly to being teleported out of my submersible. That's not cool. What if I didn't have my breathing mask on? Like, I could have started drowning, man. That's just not cool. There's this second base that's a bit of a... I mean, I don't know, I just found a better place to build. I've never needed to use it even as a stopover for the most part. We get down here just fine. Maybe we can spot Mr. Ghost Reaper Leviathan on the way back? Watch, he'll like reset at some point or something. I mean, there was the 1.0 update, which shouldn't have changed anything with that, to my knowledge. Maybe because he was stuck or something, it deleted him? I mean, I'm being awfully brave poking about this side. Oh, that was him. I think. Yeah. See, he's stuck in, like, the walls. And he'll poke out like that. But he just goes back over there. I got to show you. That's what I wanted to do. We're not going to go tempt him out. Not my game plan. So, the real fun part is this is the Lost River, so Sacriel, who is a Twitch streamer, partnered with Twitch, really great guy. I love watching him play games and interact with this community. He has the same fear of the depths, and he was asking where he should build on the live stream for the launch. He's asking where he should build his next base because he's inadvertently built it under the reef back area, and he wants to build somewhere else because it's a bit it's a bit noisy there, and so he was advised to build it in the Lost River. So we'll see what happens there. I have a feeling there might be a bit of cursing about that. Because he's got that same paranoia about being down below that I got here. That fear of that unknown, the depths. It just gets you, man. But if you're watching this at a later date and you've never checked Sacriel out, I need advanced wiring kit. Then I'd highly suggest it. He goes by Sacriel 42, and his community is called the 42nd. They're a pretty great set of people as well. So highly recommend going and checking him out. He was the first subscription I had on Twitch, and the first Twitch streamer that I really avidly watched. And he's part of the inspiration for me streaming as well. Oh no, I need that lithium. I feel like there's an advanced wiring kit in here somewhere. Let's just poke about real quick. Maybe not. Oh, but there is. All right, let's go put that silver back. Let's keep it organized. I know, bit annoying that I took it out. Okay, that should allow us to make the grapple hook arm. That's what we wanted. Alright, we're gonna climb down. We have 3 medical kits. You gotta deposit these seeds. I'm not gonna make a grow bed for them right now, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chuck them in a locker. Pretty standard practice. Spare battery? Check. Fairly charged up items, except the habitat builder? Sure. New grappling suit arm? That'll be going on? Yep. Spare water? Yes. First aid kits? Yes. Tablets? Yes. So all that it is to top off on food water right now. There we go. We are 100% topped off across the board here. I don't want to lose those. We're going to buzz those real quick. So, one of the things I'm thinking about doing as well is I might push my stream a little bit longer and a little bit later some nights, if I can. I may try to run a bit later on Friday nights. Saturday nights I may also try to do the later night. I've been looking into how to build a community here, how to I'd like to have a successful community. I'd like to have viewers. I want to share my experiences. I mean, I guess one of the questions probably is, do I want to get partnered? I mean, that would be nice if I got partnered and everything. That'd be great. But if I don't, it's not a big deal. That's not really the goal right now. The goal right now is just to have fun and share my experiences and have a community to share them with. One of the things that I think I really like about the fact that I'm streaming Subnautica here is that it's recorded and anybody can drop in and they can check out a single player game that I'm playing. And that's not something that I've ever really gotten to do. So, like, I played Skyrim. I think I was level 86 or 87. I did a bunch of stuff in Skyrim. I had, my houses, my decoration, my arrangements, all that fun stuff, but it was single player, and there wasn't anyone to show it off to unless they really, came over to my house to check it out, and most of the people that visit my house are not big video game buffs, and those that are, they're usually visiting my house to do something super nerdy like Dungeons and Dragons. Pathfinder is actually usually what we play, not Dungeons and Dragons. So we don't end up, they're not really coming to see my stuff. So this allows me to do some of those single player games, and then ideally for the multiplayer games, I'm hoping that by building a community, I'll have a solid community that I can go out and get in matches and play some games with. I have a limited few friends to play. Oh. I have a few friends to play multiplayer games with, and don't get me wrong, I love my friends. They're all great guys. I don't know if I have any girl gamer friends at the moment that I actively game with. I definitely did in my earlier years, for sure. Some of my best gamer friends were girl gamers, and they're pretty awesome to play with. But I mean, it can be a bit tedious with the same like 2 or 3 guys. So, and then when it's only 2 or 3 guys that you generally game with, they sometimes want to do other things, and I mean, that's acceptable. And then just sometimes they're unavailable, also acceptable. And then you're stuck playing multiplayer games on your own, and it's just not as nice or as rich an experience as one might want. So there's a number of things I'm really hoping for to get out of having a Twitch community. And I mean, if I get partnered with Twitch and I get a community that wants to support me and stuff, that's great. But that's not what I'm here for. That would just be an added, here's an added side benefit for you type thing. Oh, that seems to be damaging. So, 1 second here. gonna repair this up. So yeah, as I mentioned, I might move my stream a bit later to build a bit of a community. I like gaming late night. I do have a family though, so and I do have a full-time job that I support my family with. So it can't be anything too super crazy and can't be every night type thing. I don't want to, I want to build a community, but I don't want to do it at the expense of my family. That's just not cool. I'm gonna say, but like just doing all this research into how, what's needed, how I could go about making it so that you guys are gonna want to, watch me play. You guys are gonna want to, hang out with me. Um, one of the things was that and this could be a bit dated, but in some of the stuff that the main streamers like Co Carnage, It's Me JP, Ezekiel were mentioning was that late night doesn't have as many um, consistent streamers. I think is really what they were getting at. It has some. Let's not say it has none, but there might be people that are really looking for somebody to follow and have a community with. So I might be looking to potentially do that. Maybe I'm being a bit too open about my plans, but I generally tend to be a pretty straightforward, pretty open, pretty direct guy. Go away. Not you guys. That dude. Oh, this. I don't like this, guys. Let's save the game. This is making me... Oh, some color came back. Oh, this is making me... This is some big open space, guys. I... Crimson Ray. Come back here. There we go. There's some kyanite. I'm gonna say no to that stuff, I don't think. This got me a bit nervous here, guys. Gals. I'm gonna lie. It's definitely got the heart rate up. Grab this kyanite for sure, 100%. Air leech on me. How's this getting damaged? I thought I repaired this a couple times. Is this just from being in the area, or? Where'd you teleport to? Alright guys, sorry, I'm a bit quiet here. I'm a bit nervous. Is that just water, or is that like something over there that I'm seeing pulsing? I'm like super nervous right now, guys. I say nervous, we can probably more say I'm a bit scared. There's part of me that just wants to nope right out of here right now. Not gonna lie. Just like, oh man, this is picking up leeches. I feel like I'm in a hot enough area as well that that's okay for the moment. I don't think I was actually drilling it. Come on. I don't think that's... Like I thought over there based on how the stuff was going that was like pulsing flesh or something. I don't think that's the case now. Man. I do not like this big open spot down here. It just feels very exposing, like the dark water up top. We're getting some kyanite, which is good. Maybe? Let's break up a piece here. Nothing. Break up a piece here. Nothing. There's some. There's two. Alright, alright. Yeah, we have a shorter stream tonight because of the Subnautica launch event. Tomorrow night is also going to be a bit of a shorter stream. I have some work responsibilities that I have to address earlier in the morning than I normally would on Thursday. So I'll need to get to sleep a little bit earlier than I normally would, which means I can't run the stream as long as I'd like. Normally, I would get up at 8 in the morning, take my kids to school. I have to be at the office for 6:30 in the morning. So an hour and a half before I'd even normally wake up. So it means I have to be up by like 5:30 so I can shower and get ready and go into work. So I can't really be ending my stream at like 2:30 in the morning. That would give me like 3 hours of sleep if I can fall right asleep. And after streaming with you guys and playing this game, especially when I'm doing stuff like this, I ain't falling asleep right away. That's just not happening. Last night, I didn't even stream. I didn't even play Subnautica because I had to be at work early this morning as well for said same work responsibilities. Probably should. The expression on my face was probably priceless there because I was just like, what's happening? Where's the noise? What's going on? All these noises, man. Like, I think a lot of it's the lava, but this big open area bothers me. So I didn't play anything last night, video game wise, and it's January, and I'm in Canada, so it's very weird. But we've been having some weird weather, and we had a thunderstorm, and lightning hit very close to my house, and I know it hit very close. We'll finish that thought in a minute here, guys. I gotta get that guy off me.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm a very unhappy camper. What am I hearing? We're gonna be brave. We're gonna be brave. I don't like this. Oh, Jesus. We're going back the way we came. That's making me nervous. Alright. Alright, so kind of recap, trying to get back to my previous train of thought. Well, I'm strategically backing away from I don't know what. We had a thunderstorm, and that guy not backing off. And so I was sleeping, and I was woken up at. Oh, this was that really dead part of it. Yeah, I remember this. And I was sleeping, and at 1 in the morning, I was woken up. I was having like a dream about being in the Subnautica world, Talk about being a real nerd. And like, I'm sleeping and I felt like I was blinded in my sleep. Just a huge crack, louder thunder than I've ever heard. And then there's just the wailing of a car alarm going off. And so I'm pretty sure lightning like hit the car or hit very close to the car because it was the only one that got set off. Like there's a bunch of us on the street and stuff, and a bunch of us had our cars out. Like I was looking because I wasn't even like, it was so disoriented. I wear glasses. I know none of you can see that. I'm like fumbling putting my glasses on. I'm like trying to figure out what's happening, what is going on. Like it was one of those like really scary things to wake up to. Nobody else in my household woke up to that at all. Not a single person. And without confirmation of a couple of my buddies who live a couple blocks away being like, oh yeah, that was the loudest thunder I've ever heard, and woke me up type thing, I thought I was going crazy a bit. Because I'm usually like one of the deepest sleepers in the house, which my wife gets annoyed with. I think we go up here. No, we do not. Haven't quite got back yet. I'm just... That's made me way nervous down there. So there's something. I mean, we can go explore some other parts of the world. Yeah, we can, right? Yeah. But yeah, oh, it was pretty crazy. Okay, so stepping on the lava, not a good idea for the prawn suit. That's probably what's been damaging me, is me just being like, I can just walk around with anything on this. This thing is awesome. I'll just recharge. No, stepping on the lava, derp, you derp, is not productive. I should probably practice with this grapple arm, eh? I have no idea what I'm doing with it. That's too far.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs.
Somehow I lost health. I must have been while I was out of the prawn suit doing the scan or something. I don't think I actually took damage from fighting. Still here. That's what you get for piggybacking. Got some kyanite. We did poke about down there, and we got a scan of a Leviathan skeleton, and the fact that there's a Leviathan skeleton down there makes me a bit nervous, especially with those sounds we were hearing. We'll read up on the data when we get back to the base. I'll fix up the prawn. It's not a big deal, but for me, that was we were hitting the nope. The nope button for now. We know that there's something down there that's making a pretty loud sound. And if I had to take a guess, it's not a friendly thing. I could be wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a reefback and it's going to be totally friendly, and no, it lives in a lava zone. Like, that's like video gaming 101. You're in a lava zone and you hear a big deep guttural roar. That's like a dragon. A sea dragon. Oh dear Lord. I may have put one and one together to get two here. That might have just actually happened, based on what I'm reading and these skeletons. I'm a bit more nervous about my base being here. I mean, there's skeletons past my base, and this seems to be a rather large passageway up. Have I gone and have I gone and made a huge and terrible mistake? This used to have legs, I'm pretty sure. I find sometimes the leg rendering changes when you leave and come back to an area. It's kind of weird. Perfect amount. Alright, my reserves of kyanite should be pretty good. So I need to build a rocket. Yeah, I was infected before because I remember the laser platform wouldn't let me. So like the orbital plasma cannon, the controls, it wouldn't let me deactivate it. It said I was infected like ages ago. Yeah, I guess I've reached stage 2 infection. Because I could make the rocket platform. I fear that there would be a slight problem with getting off the planet, though. Let's pull up that data. Reapers are ill-suited to high-temperature environments, suggesting this creature was forced down into the active lava zone by conditions outside of its control. Huh. Trace muscle tissue remain on the bones, indicating the specimen died in recent months. Not reassuring. Burns and other physical damage to the skeletal structure. Like became prey for something bigger. I'm going with that sea dragon theory. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. Yeah, I think I scanned one of those the other day. Crimson Ray. Inedible! I can't eat the Crimson Ray. Oh, let's look at this. Specimen research. We didn't check this. Catalog of information on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore gamma. This entry seems to reference the common peeper. Oh, the cute little peepers. They taste so delicious. Shows no Immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Show symptom remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly reoccur. Shows advanced learning behaviors. Shows some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. Leviathan embryos. Adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimen required for from nesting sites. Embryo shows no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small sample of eggs has been retained for continued high priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore, Theta. Off-site lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designator Sea Emperor. Okay. Bone samples from the Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. We were down in that kind of area-ish. There's a facility down there that we have to go look for. Oh. Assessment. While it is unlikely the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, I don't like these words. It may be possible to acquire further data there on the aliens' attempt to develop a vaccine. So, the specimen's probably not in the facility. When you're making the assessment PDA, do you mean like it broke out and it's roaming around down there? Is that what, did I hear a Sea Emperor? Am I wrong about the Sea Dragon? This is Sea Emperor I'm hearing? I'm not sure which is worse. They both are big, intimidating titles. Dragon, Emperor. Um, but like the research data is what I need to get. So I need to find a containment facility 1.4 kilometers down in the volcanic region. Okay. Well, that means I have to go back to that area. Why? Subnautica's so good. Developers, you're so good at making me need to do things I don't want to do in this game, and exploiting that exploiting that fear of that depth and unknown that you have no idea that I have. Oh man. Well, right now I don't think there's anybody in chat, so I think right now I'm gonna call an end to the stream. It's gonna be a very short stream. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. this morning, so technically almost 20 hours, and I'm tired, and I do need to go into work tomorrow. For those of you that stopped by, checked out the channel. And those of you that are following me that stopped by to say hi, I really appreciate it. Thanks again. there's a on my channel there is a suggestion box. If you have any suggestions for me about how, what you think I could do a bit better stream wise, or just like maybe you have suggestions for what I should do in the game that I'm currently playing, that'd be great. Would love to hear from you. You can also send me any feedback um, in a direct message. You can hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Senior Derp. You can email me at mrsenyorderp@gmail.com. There's those methods for getting a hold of me. I'm looking into making a Steam community site. I don't know what I want to call the community right now, though. So it's kind of a thing that I need to figure out before I can really create that community site, Steam group, but I'm planning on doing that as well. So I hope I will have something related to that. I mean, ideally this week, but maybe in the next couple weeks. Before we leave here, we are gonna go do the very important task of eating and drinking, so that when we come back, even if I'm doing offline time, it's not a forgotten piece. Alright, eat, drink has been done. We did some exploration. We found out some new information. I derped pretty hard on the crafting for the grappling arm. I made another drill arm. It was pretty embarrassing, probably highly entertaining. And I really hope that if you are viewing this at a later date, then you've enjoyed the content that you've seen. Feel free to leave me comments on YouTube as well. At that point, I'll get them. I'll read them. I'll take things into consideration. Thanks again. We almost did it again. We're saving. In the middle of my goodbyes, it's just like, let's just quit the game. And it's like, are you sure you want to lose all this progress? I caught myself that time. I caught myself, guys. Alright, we got ourselves. Thanks again. I'll really appreciate anybody that's come to check me out, hang out with me. Hope you all have a great night.